Misty Stepford, Galeshire Gazette, roving reporter coming to you live from the city of Tesrap. And yes, folks, it must be a slow news day. We are bracing ourselves for a press conference with Rozalinda Graypurse, a love wizard who appears to wish to make statements regarding the assassination of King Dreyfus and the potential involvement of some of her desperate and lonely clients. Yeah, it is a slow news day. Oh, here she comes. Good afternoon. I am Dr. Rozalinda Graypurse, founder, CEO of D8 Services. For the last couple of weeks, I have been deeply distressed, but diligently drafting a detailed, direct, and delicate declaration of just what the hell has happened and why I am not complicit in any of it. So, firstly, let's be clear. These individuals were my clients, but I cannot be held responsible for their actions. The resurrection of a dead god. Well, that's on Fia. Her hobby of ancient rituals was extreme. The destruction of the temple and spa retreat. Yeah, that's all on Hephaestus. Well, she has a temper on her. The Flotsam estate. Well, let's just say Nathaniel probably married for the money, and he took things too far. The disappearance of Thane Greylight. Who's Thane? Tesrab and the battle. Look, let's face it. Hephaestus. Probably. The fall of Castle Swallow. Wasn't that guy bad? Like, wasn't that a good thing? The giant walrus incident. Again, Hephaestus. Serious love for marine life that she probably took a little too far. Look, all that hysteria in Galeshire, well, that's kind of on you guys. You whipped the public up into a frenzy. I mean, don't get me wrong, Hephaestus and Nate and Fia probably didn't help. And then the whole Semple of Accolade thing. Look, Nathaniel is a bit of a showboater and likes the center of attention. As for the assassination of the King of Galeshire, I can assure you that none of this had anything to do with D8 Services. My former clients' actions are their own, and I have since severed ties with them. Or I will when they pay me the closing fee for their account, and the back fees they owe me as well. There's so much money. On with the questions. Consider me an open book. No sordid detail, unsullied and unspoken. Anything at all.
Miss Graypurse. Yes, Alexander Bodstone from the Guardian's Post. As this realm's foremost love wizard, would you like to comment on the underground production and sales of love potions?
All D8 Services love potions come with a health and safety warning and a cautionary advice to not actually imbibe any of them. They're purely for decoration. Oh, the other love potions. Yes. Oh, never mind that other statement. I was appalled just to hear. Who would think of diluting the majesty and the amazing power of love and trying to just cram it in a bottle and shuck it on to desperate losers? Terrible business. I'm really glad, I'm really proud to say that several heroes who were maybe at one time or another affiliated with D8 Services and no longer are, were able to help stop the illegal dispersion of said illegal love potions in the city. And that was great. What was the question?
Me? Oh, no, that's you.
No.
Oh, it's me? Okay, great. Rosalind.
Okay.
Ros?
Wait, no.
Can I call you Miss Graypurse?
No.
Miss Rosalind.
Just...
Tabitha Greenhills from the Sentinel.
Oh, boy.
Thank you,
Okay, are you an intern? Just get on with the question.
Oh, my question. Yes, of course. There have been tremors in the rumour mill about another political upset coming our way. Can you confirm when we should expect an official statement from the camp of Quilla Burbage on his recent disappearance? What does this mean for his campaign?
can't really say I'd blame the guy for just up and disappearing. I mean, have you heard what his sister is responsible for? Ugh, I'd hate to be part of that family. Probably wasn't going to vote for the guy. Kind of comes across as a bit of a know-it-all, a bit of a stick up his butt. I mean, politics, it gets messy.
Miss Graypurse, Cassandra Spellwright from the Sorcerer's Scroll. Fia Burbage, who has been arrested and charged with the murder of King Dreyfus, has stated previously as to being a client of D8 Services. I have also been provided and verified several short stories that are co-written by yourself and Miss Burbage. Would you expand on these findings for us here today?
Actually, yes, I would. Very simple solution, a very simple answer to that there, Cassandra, was it? You see, I like to volunteer with the Tezrab Library, and I have been known in my reading circles and creative writing circles to give a little bit more, and I can't help it. I can't help it if a young writer wants me to help them put pen to paper, and if they wish to credit me in their work, well, that's lovely, but I don't see how that would make me personally responsible for Fia. I mean, I barely know her. Like, she, off the top of my head, I don't think she had any dates from the services. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? What kind of deranged lunatic would sign up to a dating service and not go on a single date? Wow, it really makes you think. Somebody should probably have been vetting these people.
Ollie Oakhart, the Druidic Circler. The natural world is in total flux, you know? And I was wondering if you could tell us what you know about the Mothering Grove and the effects it's having on the wider world in which it nurtures.
What? I'm so sorry. I was just completely lost in your eyes and that voice. The Mothering Grove. Who am I to judge anybody else for where they live or what they do with their life? You want to hang out in an ancient spiritual forest? Good for you. Great, wonderful. Love it. I have heard ructions from some correspondents that there may have been some interference in some spiritual forest up to the north, but not really my scene. Bunch of hippies.
Miss Graypurse, over here, Alina Quillspire of the Quill Chronicle. Tell me, with the recent destruction of Tezrab being caused primarily by your own clients, was this a planned ploy to sweep in on the real estate market on the ground floor by getting in hot on the reconstruction plans? And if so, how much would it take to buy you out?
Yes, the Battle of Tezrab was a massive tragedy for the city. We lost some absolutely wonderful people, and I'd like to take a moment to honor them. Excuse me, sorry. I had a light lunch. I'll have you know that several of my clients died in the Battle of Tezrab, and I haven't been paid, so I think that's the real tragedy here. But as for that realty thing, is that still going? Can I get in on that?
Gilderoy Inkwell, Confessions of a Dragonborn. Rozalinda, due to the unsavoury events recently at the Simple of Accolade, the off Southeast End production of Lady Windy Rhea's Fan has taken an indefinite hiatus, leaving a desperate gap in this season's calendar of events. With no stage to look to, who do you pip as the rising ingenue of this generation of drama-starved misfits?
Oh, finally, a question I actually can answer. Look, I've been thinking about what's happened since the Semple. Yeah, we've had the king assassinated, and that's terrible. And yeah, a dragon attacked the city of Galeshire. Terrible. And I think what the people really need right now is half-naked men thrusting rhythmically to some serious drum and beats. I call it Mystical Mickey, and it's just 2 hours of the most greased up, oiled, chiseled men doing what they do best. gyrating for my entertainment. I mean, our entertainment. And all I need is several investors and a handful of sexy men. Does anybody know where I can get those?
Rubelina Spinner here from the Underdark Web. My followers and I are very curious to know why you feel you're an expert on finding love when, according to public record, you are a spinster.
You say spinster like it's a bad thing. Think about it. I'm free to love whoever, whatever, wherever, however I want, whenever I want, whoever I want. So you can take your public record and you can shove it where the Underdark don't shine.
Yes, Vivian Montel, Visage Dispatch. Miss Graypurse, it is a matter of public knowledge at this point that the city of Galeshire was supremely ill-prepared for the recent attack. Visagian strategists have suggested this was a fatal example of just how much a king must heed warnings from his defense advisors instead of relying on an amenable public image or face catastrophic consequences. Would you agree?
I'm so sorry. I was just completely lost in trying to place that accent of yours. Look, far be it for me to question the wisdom of the king. Should he have been focused on running the kingdom better? Probably. Should he have watched his back in case Fia Burbage tried to assassinate him? Most definitely. Is the king wrong for trying to be well-liked and popular? Not at all. I think more of us should spend more of our time in serious vanity projects trying to get validated through the opinions of others. Why do you think I'm throwing this press conference?
Hey, Graypurse, it's Finnegan Fitzgribbles here from the Fang and Featherford Nightly. Would you like to comment on the rumors that, what's his name? Nathaniel Obsidian McKnight has died and has been replaced by a doppelganger as part of the some sort of underground operation to sort of control the people through the media.
Wait a second. Nathaniel Obsidian McKnight's dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have so much merch and now I can hawk it for 3 times the price. I'm gonna be so rich. Oh, finally, that absolutely talentless hack has paid off. Dead and replaced. Please, there's not a living soul alive capable of surrounding itself in that riddled corpse and making it 4 steps out the door. If they have, God help them, they're a ticking time bomb. And a walking pandemic. As for controlling the media, are you serious? You went to journalism school? Everybody knows the media is controlled by Bulletin, the goddess of news media and mass communication. Are you like, what shower did you come down in, buddy? Next, you'll be telling me that there was a kobold that was turned into a crystal and resurrected through the power of charity. oh boy. Oh, wow. Standards are really slipping there in the old paper, aren't they?
Miss Graypurse. Aurora Bulbin here from the Lunar Records. Everyone is asking, and I simply must know. The word on the street is that Hephaestus, the hot-tempered one, due to clearly being a fire sign, but we all clearly misinterpreted. Tell me, what stars aligned to make Fia the ruthless killer she is? Was she born under a blood moon? Did her mother use cursed crystals during her pregnancy? I simply must know.
Wow, they'll really let anybody set up a newspaper these days, won't they? Was Fia born under a blood moon? Probably. I mean, I have literally no evidence, but I feel like that's the truth. Roz, Misty Stepford, Galeshire Gazette roving reporter. According to one of my confidential sources, you have been linked with one deceased Marilla Whistlecoil and the acquisition and manipulation of very ancient and powerful love magic artifacts. Care to comment? No comment. No comment. No. Get that camera out of my face. Well, you heard it here first, folks. She's probably guilty, and she definitely knew what her clients were doing. In next week's issue, Belinda Cartwheel chats with Axel Cotswell, Galeshire City's most notorious executioner, and goes deep inside Axel's home to discover how he uses dark and moody hues, sharpened accents, and vintage torture devices to create a space that's both terrifyingly tasteful and surprisingly cozy. And don't forget that next week we have a special 2-part feature, Fia Burbage, from Quiet Shop Girl to King Killer, including exclusive interviews with friends and family. Well, not so much friends and family, just people who were willing to say stuff about her for money. For the Gaelshire Gazette, I'm Missy Stepford, your roving reporter.